Well, yeah, it is Feargal Sharkey, the environmental campaigner, and he's put the shocking state of sewage in Britain's waterways in the spotlight, hasn't he? He now wants to take it to the streets with a march demanding the government stick to their manifesto promises on tackling water pollution.
Yeah, and actor Stephen Fry has also joined those rallying to get Britain's waters off life support in a new campaign video calling for action against sewage dumping. Let's have a quick look.
After decades of government negligence, Britain's waters are officially on life support. Every one of our rivers is polluted. Chemical cocktails of raw sewage, agricultural runoff and microplastics. The millions of Britons who fish, swim, surf, row, paddle, snorkel and sail the waterways are at risk.
Well, Feargal, as you saw, is here. Now, it's a powerful video. The stats are stark. You've always been brilliant at highlighting them for us. And when you march, I think it's October the 26th, which is around 100 days in government.
Yep.
Now, wouldn't the government say, give us a chance, Feargal?
Well, the simple truth of the matter is there's been promises, commitments, but the reality is I kind of got this idea. Well, I actually did get this idea the last time I was sitting in this very chair. And we were discussing Ofwat and the price increases. And once you get past the spin and the manipulation, in my view, in the way they were trying to present the numbers, when you get into the nitty-gritty, in today's money, a Southern Water customer is now facing a 44% increase. Factor in inflation, real cost of living, that is looking like a 60% increase over the next 5 years. Bearing in mind, water bills have already gone up 40% since privatisation. The truth is, I'm more than persuaded than ever, the regulator's out of control, the industry's out of control, the regulators have proved themselves incapable of handling this industry, and I think people now need to get out there and turn that anger and outrage into action and demonstrate to everybody concerned, particularly the regulators and the government, we've had enough, we're not tolerating this anymore, and it's got to stop, and it's stopping now.
But the proposed water bill, I mean, you know, the big headlines, tell us, you know, what you think of these. Do they not go far enough? I mean, one of them includes regulations to make water companies, company bosses face personal criminal liability and to stop payment of bonuses if they see fit. Establishes a new code of conduct for water companies allowing customers to summon board members and hold executives to account, and requires water companies to install real-time monitors at every sewage outlet with data independently scrutinised by regulators. Is that not... That sounds like they're doing the right thing.
Let me walk you through one or two of those quite quickly.
Yeah.
OK.
The chief executive of Ofwat actually admitted 2 weeks ago sewage should only ever be dumped in exceptional circumstances, i.e. rare, unique, act of God type events. Why are you wanting to monitor something that shouldn't be happening in the first place? Sending executives to jail, that's actually been part of the Companies Act for the last 20 years. Want to guess how many company executives have ever been summoned, prosecuted for breaching environmental law in 20 years? That'll be none. What we need right now is for government today to establish a commission to do a complete root and branch review of the whole oversight, regulation, operation and structure of the water industry to suspend this price increase. Because people's bills are going up a lot.
Do you think some of these heads of these water companies should, if they've been found guilty, some of them should be imprisoned?
Oh, the Companies Act says that and has done since 2006. But nobody has ever been prosecuted for it, not even once. Banning bonuses, that's kind of curious because the Treasury actually just overturned that a couple of weeks back, the ban on city bonuses. And when that was introduced 10 years ago, it made no difference because they simply doubled their salaries. What we need right now is decisive, clear leadership and an urgency to this that's really going to grapple with this problem and fix it and stop preening around the edges and tweaking that will be totally ineffective.
So this march on October the 26th, you're hoping will be a scale so that the government could really feel the kind of level of displeasure. Are you going to get the chance to speak to Steve Reid, the new Secretary of State, in person about this directly?
I tried to contact him last night. I will try again to speak to him today because obviously out of courtesy, I would like to let him know what I'm doing. Yeah. And I'm very happy to have a dialogue and open up conversations with anybody and everybody. However, I'm going to be very clear about this. There has been 30 years of meetings, discussions, roundtables, consultations all of it has amounted to nothing. It's been a huge waste of time. It's time to do something different. It's time for radical reform. And it's time that people, your viewers, who I meet in the street, who are clearly furious, unhappy, angry, I think it's now time we turn that outrage into action and make sure everybody understands what's going on.
OK, so is there any... I mean, it's summer holidays, isn't it? A lot of people will have been, over the last few weeks, trying to enjoy a bit of open water swimming, which you and I both like, or getting out and enjoying being around our waterways and by the sea. Is there anywhere that you think has been permanently damaged and destroyed by what's been going on? And is there anywhere you'd still be thrilled to swim and feel safe?
Well, on the basis that every single river in England is polluted. And one of the largest sources of that pollution is the water industry. The last time I checked the government website, for those bits of river designated as bathing water, every single one of them had a do not swim advisory posted. Right now, there's 19 beaches have sewage declarations up. And indeed, last week, families at Exmouth Beach going on holiday on the south coast in Devon were being screamed at by lifeguards over loud-hailers telling them to get out of the water because of sewage. Welcome to modern Britain. It's got to stop. It stops today. It stops now. And I need people now to get that anger, get that rage, and join me in Whitehall, in Parliament Square, Saturday the 26th of October. It's time to flood the streets with our rage, our anger and our fury.
Is there much evidence that what the consequence of these sort of, dirty rivers are? I mean, is it, are people suffering? Is it affecting health? I know people are wary about their pets now, I know. Where I stay, people, there's little warnings on WhatsApp groups going, don't take your pets near the river.
I can give you...
Is there evidence to suggest that there is a real risk to
I can give you very pertinent examples. Athletes, after the Cambridge boat race, got ill. They went into the water, and they're fairly convinced it was directly as a result of E. coli poisoning. We tested the River Thames just before the Henley Regatta with British Rowing. Some of the readings were almost 10 times above this level for safe bathing. That's why we've been able to put together this coalition of concerned, ranging from the likes of the RSPB, the Women's Institute, British Rowing, Surfers Against Sewage, a whole host of community groups like SOS Whitstable, who we'll work with, Clean Oakley campaign, the Windrush Against Sewage campaign. The truth is, I meet more people in the street these days who want to talk to me about effluent in rivers than ever wanted to talk to me about music. I think people now need to demonstrate how deeply they feel this.
Even as you're speaking, they're getting in touch with us this morning saying Feargal Sharkey deserves a knighthood. Don't ever stop, Richard. You speak for all of us. Higgins says, keep up your hard work, Feargal. I mean, one of the things that I suppose is worrying is, and being very specific, we're running out of not only nice places to swim and bathe, and also the fear of the health risk of that. But there's the warning, isn't there, that we could run out of water very soon in the south and the southeast. I think 2019, they said it was 25 years.
It's not even a warning, it's reality.
Yeah.
To remind your viewers, water companies have paid themselves £78 billion worth of our money in dividends. The executives over the last few years have been paid £58 million in salaries and bonuses. That was money that probably should have been spent on the sewage system and, as it transpires, spent on trying to maintain and secure London's water supply. So, yes, London is now on the cusp of running out of water. 25 million people. We haven't built a reservoir in 30 years, anywhere near southern England. So 25 million people are now on the brink of running out of water. London is now number 9 on the list of global cities, along with Cape Town, Jakarta, Sao Paulo, Mexico City, likely to run out of drinking water. And the latest estimate from the National Infrastructure Commission, just to deal with that bit, is going to cost 60 billion quid. Well, who's going to pay for that?
Feargal Sharkey, you're absolutely incredible. I mean, and you're looking dapper as well.
That's incredibly
Listen,
kind.
I think a lot of people at home were saying, to quote a 1985 single, you have a good heart when it comes to
That's
this.
incredibly generous of them. Can I suggest the website's gone live as we speak? We're sitting here, the marchforcleanwater.org. Sign up, get the updates. We will help support you, provide you with information. I look forward to seeing you all Saturday the 26th in Parliament Square.
OK, we have had a response from the government. They told us that they share the public's anger on this issue and have taken immediate steps to reverse the tide on the unacceptable destruction of our waterways. And they emphasised that the water bill will include new powers to ban bonuses and bring criminal charges against lawbreakers.
We know what you think of that, but thank you very much for putting your case so strongly. Again.